Bret. I'm the choir director at Taylor High School. And on behalf of myself and Anthony Nims and Tracy Carpenter, we really, truly appreciate you taking your time and being part of the cause today. Thank you so much, because your ticket purchase is a donation to the Alzheimer's Association, and we truly appreciate that. So thank you very much for spending your afternoon with us today. A little brief, yes, there we go. A little brief history. About 8 years ago, Mr. Nims and I were having a very exciting game of tennis, and we were chatting about what we wanted to do in the coming school year, and we thought, wouldn't it be neat to do like a combined concert between our schools? That'd be really fun. Because at the time we were teaching at very different schools. I was still at Taylor, but Mr. Nims was at Lakota West High School. And we thought that'd be really neat. So we got together and we did the Vivaldi Gloria just as a joint concert. And it went really well. The parents thought it was terrific, and we got really great comments back about it. So then, after another game of tennis, we said, what can we do to make this even more exciting? And that's when it popped into our head, let's raise money for a charity. That would be really neat. We could call it Sing for a Cause. We thought we were brilliant when we came up with the term Sing for a Cause. But it sort of snowballed after that. We performed this very work, the Four Requiem, on the very first Sing for a Cause. And it's sort of taken off ever since then. If you were in during the PowerPoint presentation, you got to see all the different large works that we have performed through Sing for a Cause. So not only does Sing for a Cause raise money for an incredible organization like the Alzheimer's Association of Cincinnati, but at the same time, it's giving our students an opportunity to give back to the community while learning a large work and history of the large work, and sort of really raising their level of performance. And so it's been a really exciting adventure since we began this. We want to thank all the donors who were sponsors of the concert. They're listed in the program. I do need to make mention of one that didn't make the program. The check arrived after we had printed all the programs, and that's Kaywood Flooring. They sent us a really generous donation, so we really appreciate their help. We need to thank Milford High School for being part of Sing for the Cause for the first time. Very exciting to have them. As any of the parents in the audience are aware, we just a couple of weeks ago finished district competition, so we were prepping for that while trying to learn a large work at the same time. And isn't it amazing what high school kids can really do when we all put our minds to it? It's amazing when you can set the bar so high, they always reach it. It's a really fantastic thing, and you're about to hear an incredible work with these high school performers. We want to thank the Walnut Hills Orchestra for being a part of it this year as well, and the many CSO players who are volunteering their time to play with us this afternoon as well. Huge round of applause for them. Now, obviously, one of the main focuses of Sing for a Cause is trying to raise as much money as we can for the Alzheimer's Association. Up until today, we've raised through Sing for a Cause about $50,000 in the 8 years that we've done this. And that number, of course, does not even include what tonight, this afternoon, brings in through the sponsorships and the ticket sales. So I want to mention, after the concert is over, you may find your hand reaching into your purse or wallet and wanting to throw more money at us. No, it happens every year. So we have a plan for this. Mrs. Carpenter, Mr. Nims, and I will be waiting outside the exits with baskets that I had to find in my basement at home because I forgot to bring them from Taylor. So very Easter-like baskets. And as you pass by, if you so desire to donate more money, everything that's donated, of course, goes straight to the association. And we would really appreciate anything extra if you are so moved by the Four Requiem this afternoon. And so finally, Mr. Nims and I were speaking and saying, who should we get to conduct this year? We don't really, none of us, Mr. Nims and I aren't very confident conducting an orchestra, so we thought we'd be too nervous to do it. And so Mr. Nims said, well, I mean, we could send an email to Louis Langree and see if he'd be interested. And we laughed. We thought, well, okay, I mean, we can send an email, but let's have a backup list just in case. And sure enough, Louis Langree wrote back to us and said, I would love to do that. That sounds great. And I was setting up the stage at Taylor for something, I can't remember, and my phone kept ringing, and I was ignoring it. And kept ringing and ringing, so I finally answered it, and it was Tony, it was Mr. Nims, and he said, you're not gonna believe this, I just got an email, and Louis Langree said, he's gonna conduct for a Requiem. And I said, what? Seriously? That's amazing. So, talk about taking Sing for a Cause to a new level. It's phenomenal. We are so incredibly grateful to have Louis Langree on board conducting this. It's been an incredible experience for the high schoolers, for the high school singers, and a really great treat for all of you as well. So, without further ado, I'd like to welcome our conductor for this afternoon, Mr. Louis Langree.
No, yes. Thank you. It's such a wonderful privilege for me to make music with all these young singers, all these young musicians, some with little experience and some other young musicians with a lot of experience. And also, to do this piece, let me just share a very private thing. The God composer of my father was Fauré. He was an organ player like Fauré, and from my very, very little youth, I was immersed in Fauré's music. And last time Yo-Yo Ma came to Cincinnati, he asked me, by the way, how is your father? Because our fathers went to school together in Paris right after the war. And I said, well, he's not in very good shape. He has Alzheimer. And he told me, well, I will send a Fauré CD with the piano quartets, beautiful recording with Isaac Stern, Emmanuel Ax, etc. And my father, that was really at the end of his life, didn't speak a word for months. And the CD arrived, and Fauré didn't ring any bell or anything. So my mother put the CD in the CD player, and suddenly my father said, Gabriel Fauré. And that was probably the last really intelligible words he pronounced. So any requiem is a very intimate, makes vibrating a very intimate part of us. From whatever religion, or even without religion. Actually, Fauré, even he played for 35 years at the organ of the Madeleine Church in Paris, didn't really believe in God. But he said, when I composed the last piece in Paradiso, I think I just entered in this amazing world. So let's have a wonderful journey now with this wonderful young artist. Thank you.